Welcome to Columbus Report on Waycross Community Media. This program keeps the Waycross area in touch with the things that are going on in Ohio at the state level. Today is January 14th, and so today new Governor Mike DeWine is delivering his inauguration address and being sworn in up in Columbus. So what we'll do on our program today is take a look at a press conference that Mike DeWine held just last week, in which he explained what kinds of responsibility Lieutenant Governor John Husted will have. He talks about his leadership role that will be happening in Innovate Ohio, the Governor's Office of Workforce Transformation, and also the Common Sense Initiative, which is known as CSI. A lot of business, economic development, and workforce projects that he has coming up ahead of him.
Well, one of the questions I've been asked most frequently is what John Husted's role is going to be. So today I want to talk a little bit about that. Since announcing John as my running mate in November 2017, I've been very clear. He will have a significant role in this administration. And as a former lieutenant governor, I feel I can say that I think John is the most qualified person, certainly in my lifetime, to serve as lieutenant governor for many, many reasons. He is prepared to make a major contribution to our administration. Beginning next Monday, Lieutenant Governor Husted will take a leadership role in several different areas of our administration, all of which deal with providing better services to Ohioans at a lower cost and making it possible for our workforce and economy to grow. First, I'm announcing today that I am officially naming Lieutenant Governor Husted to serve as the Director of Innovate Ohio. The pace of innovation and advancement of technology is changing our economy and changing the way companies do business. State government should not be immune from these type of changes. In fact, the state should lead the way. States that embrace and adapt to technological changes will deliver better customer service to their citizens. They will save taxpayers dollars. They will create an environment that encourages private sector innovation and create a state that attracts new talent and new investment. In his capacity leading Innovate Ohio, John will work across state government with each cabinet agency, working with each cabinet agency to create an innovative and more efficient state government. I'm also asking John to help lead the Governor's Office of Workforce Transformation. We know that the most valuable assets we have in our economy are our people. We also know that there are both people out there who are looking for advancement and new opportunities, as well as businesses who are seeking new talent. The Office of Workforce Transformation has and will continue to work to bring those two together to grow our economy and deliver more opportunity for Ohioans. Finally, John will also continue Lieutenant Governor's oversight with the Common Sense Initiative known as CSI. This program, founded under the previous administration, takes a detailed look at state regulations through the lens of how it impacts business and entrepreneurs. As Ohio's Secretary of State, John has gone far above and beyond what has been traditionally expected in that particular role. He significantly streamlined the process for starting a new business in Ohio to make Ohio more welcoming to entrepreneurs. He reduced the cost in his office so significantly that he was able to cut the fees associated with starting and maintaining a business by 21%, making Ohio the lowest cost state in the Midwest. And to cap it all off, he has been running his office without any tax dollars for the final 2 years of his administration, and just returned his remaining $10 million surplus to the General Revenue Fund. This work has earned John the trust of Ohioans, the trust of the legislature, and he certainly has my confidence as well. It is this same level of innovation, this same level of dedication to customer service, and commitment to protecting taxpayers' resources that he will bring to these roles in our new administration. So leading the state's initiatives on innovation, efficiency, and workforce and economic development. Let me now introduce Ohio's next Lieutenant Governor, John Husted. John?
Thank you very much. I just want to say thank you to Governor-elect DeWine. We developed a great friendship, partnership, working relationship during the campaign. I admire him greatly. His work ethic is unprecedented. His care for the people and the interests of the state of Ohio are something that I admire. They're deep, they're real. He and Fran and Tina and I have a warm and wonderful relationship, and the fact that that is now going to begin as an extension into the governorship and lieutenant governorship is that's very meaningful to me, and I consider it a great opportunity to continue to fight and advance the issues that I care so deeply about. So thank you, Governor. First, let me start with Innovate Ohio. The opportunities here are limitless. The goal is to make Ohio a more innovative and creative state. To do this, we will focus on customer service. I had the opportunity to do this as Secretary of State. You heard the governor outline the successes that occurred there. We want to take every touch that we have with the people of the state of Ohio and improve that interaction. That will create better customer service. It will create better outcomes in the work that we do in state government. It will also save tax dollars. In addition to this, to be successful, if you're going to be an innovative, creative state, the number one issue for any state or any community right now is talent. You have to have the talent that's necessary to be able to take ideas and use technology to apply that in ways that solve problems and improve people's lives. And it's also going to be necessary to create a more entrepreneurial environment for new investment innovators. I have spent the course of the last year during the campaign and the first couple months of our transition to talk with the innovators in this state. They are so excited to get involved with the DeWine-Husted administration in this role at helping to find and identify ways that we can improve customer service and make Ohio a more innovative, creative state. And Innovate Ohio will be at the centerpiece of that effort. Workforce is obviously incredibly important. Right now in this country, we have more people we have more job openings than we have people to take those jobs. There is a huge mismatch between the skills that people have out there today and the jobs that we have available. We need to build those bridges. Ohio faces a demographic challenge. In our future, we will be losing people from the working age population faster than we're bringing them in. We not only need to do a better job with cultivating that own talent, but being attractive to new talent in our state. And this portfolio of responsibilities will give me a great opportunity to every morning when I wake up, every night when I go to bed, be focused on how we can do a better job with this. CSI and some other economic development issues will also be part of that responsibility, and I'm excited to get started on those. I think Ohio is poised to have great success. We want to be the best in the Midwest at everything we do, in innovation, in economic development, and workforce. We want to be the place that people look to and believe in, and that the people of the state believe in, as a place that they can have a prosperous, hopeful future. But all of this fits together at caring about people. You heard Governor DeWine talk time and time again during the campaign about people, whether they're children who need help, whether it's students who are in high school or moving through college, whether it's somebody who's maybe stuck in a job that they could use some upskilling so that they could earn a better quality of life for themselves and their families. This agenda will touch all of those areas so that we can help middle-class Ohioans, people who are being left behind in the economy, improve their opportunities, their lot in life, and create more hope and opportunity for the future. I'm excited when Monday gets here. There's so many things that we're going to be working on. But these are the things that, as I mentioned, that I will get up every morning focused on. That and any list of other things that Governor DeWine might have me do. But these will be my primary focuses. I am excited to get started. I am grateful to the governor for giving me this opportunity, and we look forward to getting started on Monday. So thank you.
Let me just add one additional thing to kind of state the obvious. But while these three things that we've talked about will certainly be Lieutenant Governor's primary responsibility, I can guarantee you that he's going to be involved in every major decision that we make. That has been true during our campaign, and that certainly has been true during this transition period of time as well. So I don't want anyone to think that his role is changing in that respect. He's still going to play a major role. So I'm more than happy to respond to any questions.
Lieutenant Governor, you're going to be having several announcements that you'll be wearing. Which salary will you be taking?
Innovate Ohio.
And what will that be compared to Lieutenant Governor's?
Josh, do we know that?
I don't, it's in statute, but I can find it.
We could get that.
Get that for you.
How is Innovate Ohio similar to or different from Third Frontier or other developmental service agencies?
It's very different. Third Frontier is a grant program, essentially where they fund things either on a university campus or in conjunction with a business or research idea. What Innovate Ohio is more of an integration of technology into state government, so that everything that it touches can be improved. We can improve customer service through technology. In the Secretary of State's office, we did that with voting. We did that with business filing. I won't go into the details of the specifics. We'll save those kinds of opportunities for another day when they're ready to be launched. But with technology and with Innovate Ohio, it's going to be about the customer service experience for everything that government does, and how we can use technology to improve those experiences, create efficiencies. These efficiencies are real, and the quality of customer service that we can improve is real. It's also things like data analytics, where you can take the data. I mean, look, the state of Ohio has a ton of information that it has in every agency. How do you use those across agencies, from human services to healthcare, to help create better health outcomes, wellness, things of those nature? How do you help take poverty data and figure out, it's like, look, these are the things that are going to help people get out of poverty. The data shows that it works, or the data shows it doesn't work. It also can be done with opioids. It can be done with infant mortality rates, all of those kinds of things, where we take data and we share that data across agencies, and we use the analytics that are available to help drive better outcomes. It's all of those things and getting state government to work together on all fronts.
And just to add to that, we would also hope to be able to take that down to the local level too. So there are areas where the state would gather data or information, and we would be able to take that down to local government. The most obvious area is in the area of criminal justice. We are a local government, state criminal justice. We have over 1,000 police departments, law enforcement agencies in the state. But the collecting the data here, the drilling down on the data, and then the supplying back to the local law enforcement agency actionable items is something that I'm frankly very excited about, and something that we intend to do.
Do you have a budget for Innovate Ohio and maybe further deploying data analytics and technologies, et cetera? Because, a lot of this is known, it's just a matter of...
Yeah, we're working on that. It's under development. It will be in the budget when we roll it out in March.
Thoughts on how many employees the office might have?
We haven't settled on those issues at this point.
When it comes to workforce development, what do you see as one of the biggest challenges Ohio faces right now?
Skills mismatch, and an issue of helping people navigate the educational system in an efficient way so that they end up with a skill that makes them employable. What employers will say is that, I mean, you can't, I'm in daily conversations with major Ohio employers who say, look, the nature of our work is changing. We need to upskill our workforce. So you have that component. The people that already have jobs, how do they upskill them for the technologies that may be AI, it may be robotics, it could be a variety of those things. So you have that issue. You have the people that are you have companies who will also say, look, we just can't find enough people to fill the jobs that we have. We're creating. We want to look at Ohio and say, gee, is this a place we can expand? Because if we can't find the talent, we're going to expand somewhere else. So can we be nimble and responsive through our educational and other systems to make sure that we're providing that talent, the training, in an efficient way so that we're responding like that? If you can't respond to those employer needs, you can't create jobs, you can't lift people up, you can't help them earn more, and it's building an entire, it's changing our entire system of how we approach the issues surrounding workforce that we all face. This is not just an Ohio problem, this is an American challenge, it's a global challenge. And the issue is, which communities and which states get it right, they'll be the ones that prosper, the ones that don't will get left behind. What this is all about is making sure we're not on the wrong side of that equation. It's about how we're proactive and aggressive in these areas to use technology, to use, because technology and workforce, they work together. I mean, you can change education through technology. You can change the way we deliver services through technology. They're all one and the same.
Okay.
Governor, do you have any, what do you, since your election, and since now that you're going to be inaugurated and all that jazz, what kind of, what are you hearing from
Song,
everyday Ohioans? Like, what do they want from you? What are their top priorities? What are you hearing?
Well, it's the same thing really I said I said during the campaign. I think I'll start off with what John said. There is a mismatch. We have people who are looking for jobs but don't have the skills. We have people who can't pass a drug test. Those are both big problems. So, no shocks. These are anybody that travels the state of Ohio and talks to Ohioans. I think you find some of the challenges that people are finding. Those are certainly some of them.
Are there any aspects of this program that will be able to immediately help the workers in Lordstown with the GM plant situation? Is there anything you mentioned that would address that?
Well, I'll just start off, and then John, you can do it. But one of the first things I'm going to do is Governor will be going to the Detroit Auto Show. Have the opportunity to have a meeting with head of General Motors as well as other companies. We've also had, frankly, some conversations with different people who are, looking at that plant. Obviously, our preference would be for General Motors to put a new line in there and start back up. But if that does not occur, then obviously we would hope to get someone else in there. We've been in touch with local officials in Youngstown, and we'll continue to work in that area.
I'm sorry.
Let me just add something to this on, you mentioned, Laura asked a question about, the issues that average people face. If we do this right, we want to solve the problems before they face them. We want, with the nano degrees, for example, that we talked about during the campaign, trying to create an opportunity for 10,000 nano degrees or industry certifications to give people who are already in the workforce. If, for example, your employer is starting to automate and there are going to be robots coming into your facility, we are literally going to give you opportunities, create opportunities, where in 3 weeks you can become a robotics maintenance technician and probably double your earning potential. and literally we have the capability through some of our training programs to do those kinds of things. So it's about helping, because this is about helping people compete and win in this changing economy. It's about Ohio competing and winning, but it's about those folks too. It's about the folks that Laura asked about, the people that we run into out there. They don't know to ask necessarily these questions about how you're preparing me for the future of the economy. It's our job to create those opportunities for them so they don't have to face some of these more difficult questions later in their career. We've built a pathway for them.
The young lady up front has a question, please.
Oh, thank you. One of your top priorities is always in children's services. Have you thought about funding for the state's foster care system and how that might change in the future?
Sure. We've thought a lot about it. You're going to see exactly what we're going to do when we present our budget. But I made a commitment during the campaign that we would increase the amount of state money that goes to children's services, that goes to that area throughout the state of Ohio. We are 50th in all the states. We are last in the amount of money that the state puts into local child welfare agencies. That will change.
Governor-elect, you met with the new speaker and the Senate president yesterday.
I did.
What's at the top of the agenda?
Well, yesterday was more of a courtesy visit. I wanted to see the speaker and Senate president. John and I went to see both of them, had the opportunity to talk a little bit about where we're going. But, you know, that's going to be an important relationship. We have a great deal of respect for the legislature, respect for the division of power. And I just wanted to use that opportunity the first day back in session to go and pay my respects. And so that's what we did. There was not a great deal of substance as far as discussion, a little bit, but you know, that's the beginning of a lot of conversations that will occur between now and the end of this legislative session.
Governor-elect, your inaugural team has made the decision to restrict the public's access from a visual standpoint of your inauguration and several of the events stemming from that to being gathered by a government-run entity. Can you explain why that decision was made and why the free press will not be able to do
Well,
their job?
look, I'm not handling the details, but I'll simply say this. My instructions to my team was that the press would be welcome at all events. So beginning Friday night for the event for John Husted, Saturday, the event that is going to take place, the event that will occur even at our home, we have opened up the swearing in when I will be sworn in. The gala after the swearing in, all of those you're welcome to. You get into a logistic issue, let me talk about our home. The people who will be there are our family. There is over 50 people in our family, if you count our extended family. So we're also going to have some of our friends from Cedarville who are close there and who have been long time friends. So we're going to have a very, very full room. Reporters are welcome. You're welcome to be there. As far as the decision about the camera, you'd have to talk to our team about that. The whole idea was to somehow make it easy for anybody to pull down that feed. That will be a live feed that will start when our little program that we're putting together at our home, when that starts, and it will continue through what I do right after that. So that will all be available. The means of that communication, I did not, frankly, get into with my team.
Can you understand our trepidation about getting that feed from a government-run entity as opposed to a trusted journalistic entity?
Well, look, I understand that. Look, I have a daughter who's a news reporter. I fully understand. You know, we will try to work with you and help deal with that problem. Understand that this is normally a swearing in, which is sometimes, I know when I was sworn in as Lieutenant Governor of the state of Ohio, I don't think there was any media there, and that was done in a hotel room. So, you know, this swearing in, we didn't want to do that. We wanted to say, we want it to be covered. It won't last long. It won't take too long, but we want you there. And if there's anything you want to cover, if you want to talk to any of my family that's there, if you want to talk to any of our friends who are there, you're welcome. You're welcome to do that. We do have a situation in our home in regard to a limited amount of space. And while news reporters can get in and we can figure out they can find a place to be and to take pictures or whatever they want to do, when you get into cameras, as far as TV, you're dealing with other logistics, and that's not my area. But we want to provide that and make it available to anybody who wants it. And it sounds like what you're saying is that you don't trust the folks who do this every day, and that's I'm not going to get into that. Whether or not look, we will try to accommodate you, but I think you can understand why we couldn't have 20 cameras in a space where, if there's nothing else happening or no one else can be there. So.
I don't think that's Governor, do you plan on giving the Ohio Channel specific instructions on how to cover the event?
Look, I'm not going to get into that. What I'm simply going to say is we're going to try to work this out with you all. I guess I don't think our team realized that there would be this much pushback in regard to the Ohio Channel, but apparently there is, and I'm not going to quarrel with that or get into the merits of that discussion, but we'll try to see what we can do to help. We'll try to work it out for you. Look, I mean, our whole goal has been to make this open. This is part of democracy. This is part of these are official events. We want you there, and we want the public there. Thank you very much. I don't think there's going to be pie this time. But, It'll be all that.